another 30-ish minute yoga session for anyone who has this or receives it and wants to get a practice in at home. Today, a block would be handy if you have one, or if you have a beach towel or a yoga mat, you could just roll it up and it could serve as a block for our supported bridge at the end of this practice. So if you want to grab those, you can. I'm having an issue with my left IT band, so I'm going to use that as an opportunity to demo use of a block on that side as well. So if that's helpful for anyone who needs to use a block during practice or wants to try it, sometimes it's a better way of creating space in your body than kind of overreaching what your body's ready to do in a different pose. And we will be in half moon a bit today, so a block or something like the size of a block you could use as well. So let's go ahead and begin in easy seat. I like to sit on a block. If you want to support yourself on something, go ahead and grab that. So we'll find our easy seat, whatever's comfortable for you. You could also just sit on your heels, but come into the space of a long spine. So close your eyes and just allow your awareness to settle to an internal space, perhaps by just noticing your breath. Not really altering the breath this time, just notice the natural rhythm of your own breath. And notice that there is a rhythm to it, just like there's a rhythm to life. And just like in life, there's the rhythm of the sun rising and the sun setting, the rhythm of the tide coming in and going out, and that we're very much a part of that rhythm that we see in nature. And that's our connection to it, our connection to the divine scheme of things. And if there's a resistance to this moment of being present with what is, just let go of your resistance. Come back to the natural rhythm of your breath. So yoga means union, yoga means connection. And so we are finding this connection to the inner space of ourselves. That space where everything is as it should be. And the inspiration that I'm offering today, if it's for you, cool. If it's not, it can be anything that you want. But it's the space of being a choice maker, or recognizing that we are infinite choice makers. We may not choose our experiences. We may not always choose what's happening in our lives, like the circumstances, but we own our own experience in it. And so that's the inner work today. As you move through these postures, some are more comfortable, some are more favorable, while others maybe less so. But you've made the choice to come to your mat today, and so then you can choose your experience in it regardless of circumstance. And as always, what we experience on our mat follows into the experience of life. It's one of the beauties of yoga. Together, a breath in through the nose, and a slow sigh out. Allow your palms to touch at heart center. A moment to consider and to set your intention can have to do with the space of choosing your experience right now. Or it can be anything you want it to be. It could be joy, could be gratitude, contentment, anything you want. Once you've got it, seal it with an in-breath. And with your exhale, find tabletop. I'm going to move my block to the front of my mat so I have it handy when I'm ready. So come stacked, hips over your knees, shoulders over your wrists. Send the pelvis down, heart forward, gaze up. Exhale, push away. away from the mat. Let the head be loose. Inhale to cow. Exhale for cat. We're going to do a couple of these, moving with your own rhythm of breath. Exhale for cat spine. Inhale for cow. Neutral tabletop now. Draw your navel into your spine so you're feeling this core is active, and send your right heel to the back of the room. Toes are pointing down, big breath in. Exhale, bring your knee to your nose, round your spine. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, right knee taps left elbow. Inhale, send it out. Exhale, right knee, right elbow. Inhale, send it out. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, long. Exhale, twist. Inhale, long. Exhale, right knee, right elbow. Inhale, lengthen, and tabletop. Send your left heel to the back of the room. Feel the navel drawing in and up, big breath in. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, long. Exhale, twist, left knee, right elbow. Inhale, send it out. Exhale, left knee, left tricep. Inhale, long. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist. Inhale, long. And mountain climber prep. Left knee, left elbow. Inhale, long. And tabletop. One cat and cow. And high plank. So this high plank sets you for your down dog. So there's very little movement of hands and feet after you get situated here. So shoulders over wrist, fingers spread wide. Feel a moment here of crown reaching forward and heels sending to the back of the room. Big breath in. Exhale the hips up and back. Downward facing dog. Deep bend in the right knee. Let the left heel soften toward the earth. Feel your heart send toward your thighs. Switch sides. So when the body's still, the breath is moving. And then come onto your tippy toes. Keep offering heart toward thighs. Take a soft bend in the knees so that the tail can reach toward the sky. Head is loose. Keep the heart sending back. Let the legs be a little straighter. Maybe heels heavy toward the earth. Doesn't matter if they touch the earth or not. You're sending in that direction, just offering. Breathe in through the nose and out through the mouth. Inhale, forward to plank. Exhale, lower your knees, flatten your feet. This is a modified flow. Bend the elbows into the ribs, bring chest and chin toward the mat. Lie all the way down. Inhale for cobra. Maybe float your hands off of the mat. Feel that the shoulder blades are drawing back and down. Release your hands. Exhale, downward facing dog. Breathe in through the nose, out through the mouth. Step forward to your fold. Inhale to halfway lift. This is a flat back. Exhale to fold. Big breath, reach and rise. Exhale, prayer hands to heart. One half sun salutation. Inhale, reach high. Exhale, hinge and fold. Halfway lift. Fold. Reach and rise. Prayer hands to heart. Surya Namaskar A. Inhale, you reach. Exhale to fold. Halfway lift. Exhale, hands to the mat, step back to plank. So big breath in. Exhale, lower knees, chest, chin, or choose Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, cobra or up dog. With up dog, the thighs are off of the mat, just your tops of your feet and your hands are on the earth. Exhale, downward facing dog. In through the nose, out through the mouth. Step forward to your fold, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Big breath all the way up. Prayer hands to heart. Surya Namaskar B. Inhale, you reach. Exhale to fold. Halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Step back to plank and lower down. This is actually just another Sun A rather than Sun B. In through the nose, out through the mouth. Step forward to your fold and halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Reach and rise. Prayer hands to heart. So Sun B, inhale, chair. Exhale, fold. Halfway lift. Flow. Exhaling to step back and lower down. Breathe in for your back bend. Breathe out for your downward facing dog. Inhale the right leg high. A smooth step, find low runner's lunge. Soften the hips toward the earth as you extend the heart. One more round of breath. Step back, lower down. Inhale. Exhale, down dog. Inhale the left leg high. Smooth step, low lunge. Soften the hips, extend the heart, heel ascending back. Step back to plank. Flow or not, we'll meet in downward facing dog. In through the nose, out through the mouth. Step forward to your fold and halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Chair pose. Next inhale, reach and rise. Lift your heart at gaze. Exhale, draw prayer hands to heart. So when the thumb knuckles touch the heart space, it's a reminder of the inner work. So whatever your intention is, perhaps it has to do with that space of being your owner of your own experience, your choosing of the experience you have right now. But whatever it is, come back to it. Inhale to reach. Exhale to hinge and fold. Halfway lift. Exhale, step back to plank. Stay here. So draw the navel into your spine and float the right heel barely off of the earth. So feel that the plank doesn't change. The tail doesn't shift up. So feel that. And then switch. Release the right foot and float the left. One more. Release the foot. Big breath in. Exhale to flow. Breathe in through the nose and out through the mouth. Inhale, the right leg is high. Exhale, a smooth step, warrior one. The back foot is down and you rise. One round of breath. Frame your foot to plank and lower through your vinyasa. Inhale the left leg high. A smooth step, find warrior one. So you're feeling both hip points squaring forward. Feel left knee over right. Frame your foot. Choose your flow or skip it. In through the nose, out through the mouth. Hopper step, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Reach and rise. Prayer hands to heart. So quite a few flows. If you want to skip them, just meet us in down dog. Inhale, you reach. Exhale, hinge and fold. Halfway lift. Flow or not, we'll meet in down dog. Inhale the right leg high. And then float into a plank, keeping the right foot barely lifted. Inhale, 3-point. Exhale, floating plank. Inhale, 3-point. Exhale, smooth step, warrior two. Virabhadrasana 2. Shoulder blades are aligning over the hips. Arms are extended. Peaceful warrior. Turn the right palm. Reach up and back. Exhale, side angle. You could keep your elbow on your thigh, or you could bring your right hand down toward the earth. If you'd like a half bind, turn the left palm to the wall behind you and bend the elbow. If you'd like a full bind, bring your right hand behind your heel and bend that elbow. Draw your left side body open. One more. If you have a bind, release it, and then find low runner's lunge. If you want to block for half moon, grab it and put it diagonal of your pinky toe. Any height is cool. And then find Ardha Chandrasana. So maybe at first the left hand is coming to the left hip point. Drawing it open. Feel the lifted foot is flexed. And breathe. One more. Square your hip toward the earth. Bring your left foot to meet your right and fold. Halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Utkatasana, sink the hips, lift the heart. One more inhale. Exhale to fold. Halfway lift. Hands to the mat, flow or no flow, you'll choose. Burst of air in on your back bend and out breath for down dog. Inhale the left leg high. Floating plank, shift forward, foot stays lifted. Inhale, 3-point. Exhale, floating plank. 3-point. Smooth step, warrior two. Peaceful warrior, left palm reaches up and back. Side angle. Maybe a half bind. Maybe. If you're in full side angle with the hand down, Release your bind if you have it. Find low runner's lunge. Using the block if you wish, any height that you want. It's diagonal of your pinky toes so that when you come forward, this left shoulder is over your left wrist. Maybe your hand to your hip point at first, reminding that side to draw open. And breathe. You'll square your hip toward the earth. Let your right foot meet your left to fold Uttanasana. Inhale to halfway lift. Exhale to fold. Big breath all the way up. Exhale, prayer hands to heart. Inhale, press and reach. Exhale, hinge and fold. Halfway lift, flow or not. Inhale. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale the right leg, 3-point. Floating plank. Inhale, 3-point. Floating plank. 3-point. Warrior 2. Inhale to rise. Exhale, side angle. Going extended this time if you wish. Drawing the left bicep by your left ear. One more. Low lunge to half moon with or without a block. If you've got that and you wish for balance here, you could play with lifting off of your block, using your core to lift off of the earth. Bend the right knee, find warrior 2. Inhale to straighten the right leg. Exhale, find Trikonasana. The left hip is coming back as your right side extends over your right thigh. Hand to a block here. It's totally cool. It might help you to open the left side body. You could put the block behind you. You could do with no block. Hand on your shin is an option. One more. Inhale to rise up, straight-legged warrior 2. Exhale, frame your foot, step back to plank, flow or skip it. Cleansing breath in through the nose, out of the mouth. Inhale the left leg high. Floating plank, shift forward. 3-point. Floating plank. 3-point. Smooth step, warrior 2. Use your inhale to rise. Side angle. Maybe extended. Low lunge to half moon. Find your core to make you light on this left hand. It's like the core is lifting you, you're just not bending the elbow. And then use that space to find warrior 2. Softly land, sometimes more softly than others, and that's just fine. Straighten the left leg, but we're not locking the knee. So a little micro bend there. Exhale, Trikonasana. Hand to a block, to your shin. Any of the options you have on the other side. Feel like you're leaning your torso back. And then you'll rise. Use your core. Straight-legged warrior 2. Exhale to frame your foot. Step back to plank and flow. In through the nose, out through the mouth. Inhale the right leg high, floating plank. 3-point, floating plank. 3-point, low lunge. Warrior 3, grounded. If you'd like to use a block, it'll help to lift the heart a bit, and you're feeling this space of heel and heart lining up with one another. If you wish for balance, maybe you'll take it. But whatever's happening in your physical body, you choose your experience in it. High crescent lunge. Arms extend. Exhale to frame your foot. Choose your flow or skip it. One more side. Inhale the left leg high. Floating plank. 3-point. Floating plank. Again. Floating plank. 3-point. Low lunge. Warrior 3, grounded or balanced. Using this block if you wish, extend the heart forward, heel back. Maybe balance if you want it. To high crescent lunge. Exhale to frame your foot. Choose your flow or not. And down dog. In through the nose. Out through the mouth. Walk your feet to the center of your mat, and then walk your hands back to meet your feet. Halfway lift. Exhale, fold, heel to your feet, hips distance wide, and find ragdoll. Soft bend in the knees, maybe a little swaying side to side. But feel a generous bend in the knees where you can feel like you're letting go of anything you're holding on to, especially in your back, your shoulders, your neck. Release your bind. You'll slowly round up, one vertebrae at a time. Coming into dancer. So set your gaze on something that is not moving. Bring your feet hips distance apart or together, and then root your right foot into the earth. Extend your right arm toward the sky. Open your left palm by your hip to the wall to your left side, and then pick up the big toe side of your foot with your hand. You may stay right here, or you begin to kick into the foot to create the pose. Come out the way you went in, perhaps, and bring prayer hands to heart. Left foot root, set your gaze on something that is not moving, left arm extends. Turn your palm out by your right hip. When you're ready, you'll pick up the right foot, big toe side if possible, You can stay right here or you can begin to kick. One more. Inhale to come back up and prayer hands to heart. So sometimes we come back as we went in and sometimes not as much. But whatever happened, we can be woe is me, or we can be judgmental toward ourselves, or we can choose an experience to be with what is and choose a different experience rather than to make like a negative or to make a story of it. That's the inner work. Let's come down to the mat and find your block. Coming into supported bridge. So if you wanted to use your rolled up towel, you could put that under your back and use that for your support. So just have that handy. You'll bring your feet hips distance wide and knees close to your tail. So you can touch the heels here, perhaps, and then root the feet and float the pelvis. The neck here is still, and then you just float that block right under the low part of your back, your sacral spine. If you have your bolster, you could put that under that low part of your back, which doesn't really give you a ton of support. You could probably bunch it up and try that. But you're just giving yourself some support with the pelvis elevated. So if you have a block, you can use it on any setting and put that under the sacral spine and breathe. Two more rounds of breath. Last one. Feel your heels root into the mat. Bring the block out. If you're doing this video more than once, or if you're in the middle of it, you can not use any support if you want and just be in a non-supported bridge. From your cervical spine to your tail, round down. Let your sacrum come down last. And then bring the bottoms of your feet to touch. Let your knees go wide. For Supta Baddha Konasana, bring the right hand to low belly, left hand to your heart, and just notice the space of your breath once again. And so with your hands in place, you feel that breath moving within you. And it's kind of a reminder to go to that internal space. It's also a reminder, like, we can feel the breath here, but we don't see the breath. There's an energetic body within us. And we don't see it, that doesn't mean it's not there. And we get quite familiar with the outer space of ourselves, the flesh and bone side of ourselves, to the point where we feel like that is us. But just like the breath is unseen but there, the essence of who we are is not flesh and bone. We don't see it, but it's there. It's what makes you you. Bring your knees back to touch. Use your elbows to prop yourself up and come to a seated posture. You're going to bring the legs long, crossing your right foot over your left knee. So it looks a little bit like a number 4 here, more so than the heel being into the groin. Bring your hands behind you as if you were going to be in hammock, and then bring the heel in, extend the heart toward your shin. So just a little hip opener, and breathe. And so if you round the shoulder blades back, you'll come out of this pose, but if you come into a long spine and then hinge your upper body forward, you'll feel that space of the hips. 2 rounds. Release the left leg and then the right. Cross the left foot over the right knee. Once again, finding that space of a number 4 energetically, you're sending the left knee away from you. So it's really not going anywhere probably, but when you send that intention to separate the knee away, you might feel a little more engaged in the left hip. One more round. Release the right leg. Let's take hammock, so bend both knees. Bring your feet wide, like almost to the edges or to the edges of your mat. Let your knees fall to the right. Let your hip follow the knees to the right, and then switch sides. So now the knees go left and that right hip goes left. A little release for your low back, both sides. Once more. And come back through center. You'll lower down to your back, setting up for your supine twist. Hug both knees into your chest. And then release the left leg long. Your left hand will stay bound to your knee. Your right arm comes out like a cactus. Big breath in. With your exhale, send your knee to the left. Send your gaze to the right. 2 full breaths. When you breathe in, feel it. When you breathe out, feel it. 1 more. Come back through center. Let your left knee come in to meet your right. And then extend your right leg long. Keep binding right knee, left out, right hand, left knee. And your left arm is out like a cactus. Big breath in. Use your exhale for your twist. Your knee goes right and your gaze goes left. Last full round. Finally, back through center, hugging your knees into your chest, and then happy baby for just a couple rounds of breath. Let your knees be toward your armpits. Let your feet look like they're flat, like they would step on the ceiling. Take a moment to let your spine extend long, so your tail is heavy toward your mat rather than rolling up to the sky. You could take a little movement side to side if you want to rock your baby. And even with this little gentle movement, perhaps you notice what it feels like to be moving towards stillness. And then find stillness in this happy baby. When we come into this space of stillness, it's like being at home with ourselves. It's like a wave returning back to the sea. It's like when we're in the busyness of our lives, we're like that wave crashing on the shore. And when we come into that space of connection with self, it's like that wave rolls back to the ocean and becomes calm. It's always been part of the ocean. But sometimes in that busyness of life, we feel separate. Hug your knees into yourselves. And then let your legs come long. Let your feet spread a little bit wider than hips distance. Let your toes fall outward. And then just feel what it feels like to let go. Let the legs become soft. Situate yourself to be comfortable for rest. Make any movements you need for your low back to be comfortable. Let your arms find a comfortable resting place. Let there be space between your upper teeth and lower teeth. So when we're in reaction in life, we're not using that ability to choose. It's like someone says something unkind to us and we get angry. Well, that's a choice. Sometimes it's a reaction and we think it's all there is, but we're losing track of that space of being a choice maker of owning our own experience. If there's resistance to being still, let go of your resistance. Let there be space between your upper teeth and lower teeth. Allow the expression on your face to be at ease. And finally, the space of the brow, let it be unfurrowed. In the energetic body, this is the space, it's called Agna, it's the space of intuition, the space of seeing beyond those conditioned ways of seeing, or those conditioned responses. Let this space be open. Take one last breath together. It's in through the nose, breathe in. Open your mouth and sigh it out. Let your mind and your body be still. Notice the sensation of deepening the breath again. The natural movement that comes with a fuller breath in and out. And invite other movements in to your space. Eventually drawing your knees toward your body and rolling onto your right side, finding the fetus posture. A moment there to seal in your practice, to seal in the benefits of the postures of asana, the physical practice of yoga, and your breath practice, pranayama. And finally, your inner work, that connection with the best part of yourself, as well as any inner work with the space of owning your experience, your using that space of choosing. So I choose. I choose to live by choice, not by chance. To make changes, not excuses. I choose to be motivated, not manipulated. To be useful, not used, to excel, not compete. I choose self-esteem, not self-pity. I choose to listen to my inner voice, not the random opinions of others. Finally, use your hands to bring yourself to an easy seated posture, orienting yourself in any direction that you wish. And come back to the space of a long spine. Allow your eyes to close, and together we'll take a breath in through the nose and a slow sigh out of your mouth. Allow your palms to touch at heart center. May all beings be safe. May all beings be happy. May all beings be healthy. May all beings choose their own experience in the circumstances that come their way. May they know peace. May all beings walk through this world with ease. Namaste. Thank you very much for joining me on this video. It helps me to be motivated to